Good afternoon. This is the World News coming to you live from Power365 FM in the city of Ibadan. My name is Olamide Adeniji. These are the major headlines. EFCC threatens to involve military in Yaya Bello's arrest. Obi decries insecurity, urges rescue of remaining Chibok girls. El Rufai marketers subsidy payment claims wrong. Federal government NNPC. Heavy punishment awaits persons threatening Nigeria's unity. Tinubu. 29 Yoruba Nation agitators remanded. Oyo demolishes base. And on the world scene, Ukraine warns of World War III ahead of long-stalled Congress aid vote. Now the news in full. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has vowed to arrest the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, and bring him before the Federal High Court, Abuja, for arraignment to answer to the charges preferred against him. This came on the heels of Bello's counsel, Abdul Wahab Mohammed San, refusing to be served in the place of his client, who is on the run for the EFCC. The anti-graft agency, while addressing a federal high court Abuja on Thursday through its team of lawyers led by Kemi Pinheiro, SAN, stressed that operatives would execute the arrest warrant against the former governor even if it has to be done by the use of force. Meanwhile, the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has lamented the deteriorating security situation across Nigeria and called for decisive action to free the remaining Chibok girls still in captivity. The former Anambra State governor expressed anguish that 276 schoolgirls kidnapped in April 2014 have continued to undergo different traumatic experiences at the hands of their abductors. Obi said 91 still held puts a serious question mark on our compassion as leaders who have not been able to save the young girls from their abductors, especially when they consider that the 91 is not just a number, but young girls from different families suffering in captivity for a decade. And on the political scene, the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Umar Damagu, has survived attempts to remove him from office. In the lead-up to today's National Executive Committee meeting, the issue of whether Damagun should maintain his position or be substituted has been the focal point of discussions among party officials. Formerly serving as the PDP National Deputy Chairman North, Damagun assumed the position of the acting national chairman after the court suspended the party's national chairman, Iyocha Ayu. The federal government, through its Ministry of Petroleum Resources and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), have stated that the various claims by different individuals and groups on the alleged return of subsidy on premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, were wrong. The government also challenged those who make this argument to provide evidence to justify their allegations, stressing that since President Bola Tinubu had declared the end of subsidy on petrol, the situation remains so. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Eniken Lokpobore, stressed that fuel subsidy was a sensitive issue, but noted that the government had made its position known on the matter. Lokpobore reacted to the claims of the former Kaduna State governor and marketers during a live television interview monitored by newsmen in Abuja. Meanwhile, the Oyo State Police Command on Wednesday arraigned the 29 Yoruba Nation agitators who invaded the state government secretariat in Agodi, Ibadan last Saturday. This was as the state government also on Wednesday demolished a building where the Yoruba Nation agitators, led by Modupe Onitiri Abiola, were said to be operating from. The building is said to be located on Toye Oyeshola Street in the Ibadan Southwest local government area of the state. The Governor Seyi Makinde's special advisor on security matters, Fatai Owosheni, a retired commissioner of police, confirmed the demolition of the building to newsmen. Also, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday promised harsh consequences for persons who pit themselves against Nigeria's sovereignty and security. He also said his administration had made considerable gains against banditry and kidnapping through intensified campaigns buoyed against by intelligence gathering. The delegation was led by the leader of Afenifere, Pa Reuben Fasuranti, Oba Olufalaye, and other eminent citizens. And on the world scene, Ukraine's Prime Minister has told the BBC there will be a third world war if Ukraine loses its conflict with Russia, as he urged the US Congress to pass a long-stalled foreign aid bill. Denis Shmyhal expressed careful optimism that US lawmakers would pass the hotly contested measure, which has $61 billion earmarked for Kyiv. The House of Representatives is set to vote on the package this Saturday. The proposal includes funding for Israel as well as the Indo-Pacific. And this ends our news at 4 p.m. But before we go, these are the major headlines again. EFCC threatens to involve military in Yaya Bello's arrest. Obi decries insecurity, urges rescue of remaining Chibok girls. Plots to remove Damagun as PDP chairman fails. And on the business scene, El-Rufai marketers subsidy payment claims wrong. Federal government. 29 Yoruba Nation agitators remanded. Oyo demolishes base. Every punishment awaits persons threatening Nigeria's unity. Tinubu. And on the world scene, we brought you the news that Ukraine warns of World War III ahead of long-stalled Congress aid vote. And this ends our news at 4 p.m. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you fresh news packages and fresh programs. Until then, do have a blessed evening and make sure you stream on Power365 on 365fm.com. Olamide Adeniji is my name. Good night.
Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.